Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. At the end of the last video, I said I was going to do a rogue run in light of my daily quest for rogue, but I figured screw it. I haven't done warrior yet. I do want to try the warrior once, so we're going to refresh this quest because I got a generic one today. Paladin or priest, unfortunate, but whatever. Let's go ahead and grab warrior. Supposedly, and statistically, the worst arena class. I'm kind of surprised that the warrior is the worst because really, bolster is bad, but it's like, I mean, it's as bad as demon fuse and some other common cards in arena to the extent that it's unplayable. And it's also got a removal card as a common, which is pretty strong. This thing is actually, you know, it's terrible, but on the other hand, like, people play it and it's like, what do? Do you ignore it? Then they can attack your stuff. Do you kill it? Then you're spending a lot of energy, killing a lot of health for the mana cost. This thing actually seems alright. I mean, it can be a 3-3 with charge, or just a 2-3. This upgrade I'm not that excited about. We'll take that. We'll try it out. Alright, Screwjank Clunker is just not very good. And then this is also not very good. Well, we'll take the Screwjank. At least it's being taken early, so I know that I have time to get more mechs. Here it is, the new card, Bash. Stormwind Champion's not my favorite endgame card, so we'll grab the Bash here. Execute, I think, is important to get that kill going, get that removal going. Motion Warden's mediocre. I'm actually going to take Elven Archer. It goes well with Execute, and nothing else is that great. Alright, this is a pretty junky pack. We'll take the Clockwork Knight, which I keep looking at, but I've never actually taken before. This thing. This thing is probably really terrible. I'm just going to take the Spiders. Alright, Rathi Weaponsmith is a very good one. Korkon Elite for some extra reach over the second Weaponsmith seems fine. Sea Reaver seems unbelievably bad. Hobgoblin, what do we got? Elven Archer, Haunted Creeper. Wow, not bad. This thing just, I mean, it's a Boulderfist Ogre that screws you, pretty much, and I hate the Clockwork Giant, so we're going to take the Hobgoblin. Alright, tough one here. The Tiger's great, but I'm a little light on removal at the moment. I'll take the Reaper, which also gives me some reach. Mookla's Champion for Warrior. I mean, nothing's that good here, so we'll take the Champion, but I don't think it's a high pick for Warrior. Alright, I keep taking these cards that want me to have mechs that aren't mechs themselves. I guess these two are mechs. Yeah, they got two mechs. I think I'll just rather take a buff card than the mech card. Oh my god, this is hard. I would take any of these three cards over this. Over this. This isn't a common. Over this, though, for sure. Over this. There's like 4 cards I have here that any of these three would be better than. So what do? You take the Shredder, which is a great 4-drop, and gives me my Mech Synergy. Do you take this, which is just the best minion, and it can win games? Do you take the Cult Master for some extra card draw? Gosh, that's hard. I mean, the Cult Master is one of those things where you take it because it of all these cards, you know, it has the one that has the most potential to swing games. Then again, you know, I might just have it on a turn where I really need a solid minion, and then I don't have these guys. I'm going to take the Cult Master. I hate to pass on a mech and all this good stuff, but it's just the one that's, you know, it's just the one that's the hardest to replace. Alright, Silence is very important, so we'll take that there. Force Max is really good, and I could use some endgame, but I'm going to grab Golem here because I do need some more mechs, and that was a good chance to get one. This is a trash heap pile, unfortunately. How many mechs do I have? I got the Golem, but I don't have any 2-mana mechs for that Cogmaster, so we'll take the Panda. Alright, Whirlwind over the Ice Rager seems fine. Another Fiery War Axe. Well, I don't have the real Fiery War Axe, so I'm just going to take the King's Defender. Shield Maiden was very good, though. I got to start being a little more careful here. I have enough 3s I don't want to take more, even though these are good. I'll take a 1-drop. I need to get some beef now. I've pretty much passed on a whole lot of beef. I passed on, what's her face? Passed on the Force Tank Max. I passed on Stormwind. Uh-oh, if I'm just not offered any beef, I'm going to lose this completely. Another Silence or this Death's Bite. Let's take the Death's Bite because I do have a Spellbreaker already. Acolyte for some card draw over the charge creature. Get a Legendary. Alright! We do get a good Legendary here. So Lothab might be the safest pick, but here I need some beefy cards, so it's got to be Kel'Thuzad or Varian. For Arena, I'm not sure how good Varian really is. It's tempting to take him just because it's the Grand Tournament. This drops a full 2 turns earlier. It's better stats. A 6-8 is better than 7-7, but of course it gives me card draw and puts some extra minions out. Even if I waste some battle cries, I think that's got to be the pick. Alright, another Death's Bite or another 1-drop. Well, I've already got Clockwork Gnome Abusive Sergeant that can be played on turn 1. Not Elven Archer, of course. I don't think I need Zombie Shot. We'll take another Death's Bite. I might have too many weapons here. Ah, got the Cruel Taskmaster. Goes well with Execute. That's really good. Battle Rage over 4-drops. I don't need more 4-drops. We'll take Battle Rage, although that could really haunt me. This is shitty. Yeti's the best card, but I already have all these 4-drops. And again, this is basically a 4-drop, and this is a 3-drop. We'll take the Yeti. Oh, man. Well, only one playable card here. So what I really did wrong here is I didn't take that Force Tank Max. Now I would obviously trade the Harvest Golem for Force Tank Max. So I'm a little bit lacking for endgame. I have no 6s. And I took a Cult Master over the Spectral Knight. It's going to be difficult for me to build up enough of a board to use Cult Master, so that could have been a mistake. That lack of a big body could easily lose me a game in some cases. I mean, in another world, I might have said the lack of card draw could lose me in some cases, but I think I probably misdrafted that one particular choice. Well, let's see how we do against a mage. Pine S Virgin. You know, one problem with Warrior, now that I think about it, is that the Warrior's worst matchup was always Paladin, and Paladin's now the best arena class that everyone takes all the time when it's offered. And so the fact that you've got a class that's bad against Paladins is just really unfortunate. I do have a Whirlwind and 2 Death's Bite, so actually I'm better than most Warriors at dealing with the flood of recruits. So Varian's obviously a little bit unfortunate at the moment. I can pretty much play him on turn 10, unless I'm super behind, but it sucks that he's in my hand right now. Alright, she plays Infiltrator, which is fine. The Spider is a pretty good answer to it. Alright, I can do a little cute trick here. I can actually armor up, and then after she attacks the face, I can actually play the Spider Elven Archer and kill this. The problem with that is that if she plays, let's say, like a 2-3, I really would rather just have, like, 2 1-1s and play King's Defender and kill it. So if I didn't have King's Defender, then I would not play the Spider here. I would armor up and go for the tricky play. But because I do have a 3-drop, I want to get these spiders down. Now she can kill this and ping away 1 spider, and then I'll put the weapon in my hand. Or she plays Scientist. Well, does she have a secret? I mean, I'm actually doing alright for secrets, because I'm going to actually attack first. I'm going to check for Ice Armor and Vaporize with these spiders. And I've got Elven Archer to check for a Mirror Entity. So I'm in pretty good shape as far as secrets go. What sucks is I got nothing to do here on this turn. Look at this. Well, I got Elven Archer Execute, I guess, if she plays a good 4-drop. She could coin into a 4-drop here. That's what I'd love to see. Oh, man, please play like a Yeti or a Hungry Dragon or something. Maybe? Water Elemental. Alright, this is actually really good. So I do, in fact, get to kill this in high style. Ah, now I don't get to play the Golem if I do that. Alternatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Nah, I gotta do this Execute right here. Oh man, if this is Counterspell. Oh, it could be Effigy. So she gets another 4-drop. It's a 3-4. Yeah, I'll kill it. So Effigy was pretty good there, but I'm still doing alright. I got a bunch of 1-1s. She can ping them off one at a time. My main issue is I got nothing to play here. I didn't get any of my 4-drops at all. And a lot of my 4-drops are things like Death's Bite that aren't really good 4-drops. Can't do Battle Rage. Can't do Varian Ring. I've got a 3-drop on turn 5. My deck's just working against me here, unfortunately. Cruel Taskmaster. I could pop, and kill 1 with the Cruel Taskmaster. I don't think that makes any sense, so let's just hit him in the face. So hopefully I'll be able to get 2 cards with Battle Rage next turn. Hopefully this golem won't be dead. Well, will it be dead? Might be dead. And if this thing dies, and even if the damage golem isn't killed, I still won't have any, anything that has more than 1 health to use Battle Rage against. Alright, so this is nice that she hit my face. I got a couple different options here. I can play Cruel Taskmaster and just kill the Infiltrator, but then the Sludge Belcher lives. I think what I'm going to do is like this. Now it's Battle Rage for 2 cards. Keep getting crappity-dappity-dappity-doo. Alright, so she can clear my board really easily. She can do this, this, and this. My board's clean, so Mookla's champion just looks awful here. And I'm just in really bad shape until I can play this guy on turn 10. But she's got 5 cards, so all she has to do is lay out some pressure, like a Boulder Fist Ogre, nothing fancy. And I'm gonna be screwed. So the deck, yeah, it doesn't really look that good here. Harvest Golem could have been a Force Tank max, but weirdly, if it had been, I wouldn't have had the Harvest Golem out, so even that one particular pick isn't what's costing me the game right here. I really hope she sacrifices this slime. The problem is, if she throws Haunted Creeper at this and pings the other one, I'm going to have to throw my Death Spite at the slime, which sucks. Stops the Death Spite from killing a 4-drop. However, then the Death Spite will be ready to kill the 4-drop and the spiders on the next turn, unless she has another Water Elemental. Oh, that would be bad if she did. So she did do the ping. She is keeping the slime. If she gets a Water Elemental, she can actually freeze me before my Death Spite has a chance. Okay, she's playing some kind of healing card here. Earthen Ring Farseer, perhaps? Flame Wanker? It's not good for me here. This is a cool one. Doesn't help me, though. I hate doing this, but it's what's got to be done. I need to... now I have this, which will clear her board, unless she plays another taunt. If she plays like a Fen Creeper, I could actually reversing switch and kill the Fen Creeper. If she plays Ascension, the Ascension will die to this. That will keep the Flame Wanker alive. Oh my god, she's got this thing. Well, I've got 2 silences in my deck, but this is trouble, because now I can kill the Flame Wanker, but the spiders actually survive. And I did not get any help. This just is bad. Well, we gotta do... I can't do this. I can't get rid of this thing, so we're gonna have to just hit that. And the spiders live, which sucks. I didn't get my whirlwind or anything going here. Bash takes us down to 2 health, which does me no good. I'm gonna just change one of these spiders. Oh, that doesn't work at all. I just buffed it. Right, because the Stormwind Champions, I just healed it by spending a mana. That was really good. I'm glad I did that. Whoops. So the Stormwind was a really good one for her, unfortunately. I'm not sure that this is going to make enough of a difference. If I'd had Kel'Thuzad, I could have played him. But then I had no minions to combo him with, which would have been a plain old 6/8, which I guess is better than a 5/4. So yeah, maybe that pick is hurting me right here. But this is just not going to let me catch up. I don't really have any taunt in the deck, do I? So she just keeps playing stuff onto the board, and I have nothing. Alright, Flame Cannon kills my 4-drop. For 2 mana, which is bad. Annoyatron is not good. This thing is crap. Yeah, Stormwind Champion won her the game. I don't think there's anything I can do here. I'm going to draw a card and concede. Varian's just not even going to come close to catching me up. She's just going to kill me after I play him. I was never really offered any taunt. Okay, this might be short video. Warrior is a class that I've had 0 win runs with before. And I've not yet, in the Grand Tournament, had a class that did worse than 3 wins. So that was my goal going into the Grand Tournament, never go below 3. This deck really struggled here. The arena didn't give me much endgame. I didn't see any of that crap card bolster. I did get, the King's Defender and Varian and Bash. And I got a bunch of weapons. So if this deck goes below 3, then yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put Warrior on the back burner. I think I'm going to put Priest there as well. I did not do well with Priest my first time, but it's not just because of that. It's just because, theoretically, there's no reason to consider Priest a good class right here for reasons I've discussed in other videos. So I'm just going to put Warrior and Priest a little bit behind the curve of all the other classes. All right, well, everything has to get mulligan here. That was a really awkward drop, or awkward hand. Luckily, I'm second, so I can mulligan more. We got nothing going here. Ugh. So I can Kor'kron on turn 3 with the coin. That's not good. I can kill a recruit with Elven Archer. Hey! Alright, that's good. So this is nice to see. Cruel Taskmaster, also nice. These 1 damage effects are obviously good against Paladin, keeping their recruits under control. If he plays a 3/2, I can kill it with Cruel Taskmaster plus Archer. Ah, this guy again. Well, not much I can do about that at the moment. The good news is, quote-unquote, that I have nothing to do next turn anyway, so playing this on turn 3 is not the end of the world. Is he going to put Divine Shield on this or some bullshit? Fencing Coach. Alright, he's going to get a free recruit. So this is kind of like, this was basically like a Razorfen Hunter, except worse, because it's a 2/2 instead of a 2/3. Is he gonna like not reveal this in order to try to? No, he reveals it. Okay, good man, good man. All right, so I think I could coin the Korokron, but it just seems much more sensible to simply play this to kill that. Use the Elven Archer to kill that. It's a 2-2 versus a 2-2, and I've got the lead on cards. As long as I don't fall horrifically behind, I should be okay, which is seeming's pretty good. I've got 2 removal cards here. This is not a beast. Oh, sorry, this is not a mech. It is a beast. This is a mech. I don't have any other mechs. It's just a 5/5 for 5. That'll have to do. All right, this is actually not that impressive right here. That's also not very impressive. This is actually looking good for me. So do I play the Korokron to keep a 4/1 on the table, or do I play Death's Bite? That's the question. Well, since I've got 2 Death's Bites, might as well use one of them. So I got past his taunt. I've still got tons of health. I'm ready to kill this thing and any recruits that he plays. Mookless Champion's looking really, really bad. But this removal in hand, I can play a 5/5 on turn 5. Seems fine, right? I couldn't care less about this. Obviously, Warrior's Hero Power is pretty much the worst in the whole arena. Gets a bunch of taunt out. That's fine. I can kill this thing. I can kill this thing. Wait, what the? Oh, okay. It didn't. The graphic just didn't change for some reason. Oh my god, I screwed up. Oh my god. Oops. So this thing's actually going to die because I played it before I used my weapon, Death Rattle. Alright, that's terrible. So instead of having a 4/1 on the table, I have nothing, which could easily cost me the game. Oh, that was sad. Well, it is what it is. So I still have a card advantage. I've got this, which I can kill this with on my following turn. He's only got 2 cards left. Card advantage has been really good for me this game. Senjin Shieldmaster. Alright, so, Death's Bite's a little awkward. It doesn't quite kill the Senjin. So I think I'm going to keep it simple here. There's no point playing this. Let's just play the 5/5. So he's got 7 damage. I'm down to 11 health, but that's alright. I'm a warrior. That's the one thing I'm good at is healing. Unless he has some good top decks to follow up with, he's going to be in bad shape. Of course, if I had a 4/1 on the table, this 2/2 would be dead, I'm guessing. So that's pretty significant that I bungled it. Five's tough for him to deal with because these 2 guys don't kill it. So if he didn't get any damage or any buffs, then this 5/5 will kill his Senjin, which isn't good for him. Ah, he got the kill though, so he gets to keep the Senjin, which means that the Death's Bite is still useless. Is he really going to do that? That's that's a terrible mistake. So had I not thrown away my Korokron, this thing would be dead, which means he would not be able to kill my 5/5 without throwing the Senjin at it. But it looks like he's screwing up and going for the face. I don't think he has the right to do that here. Yes, I've got the card advantage, but he does have the board advantage, and I'm a warrior. Healing myself up after being down is the one thing I'm good at. You should have just killed this when he had the chance. Now this makes no sense. This makes 0 sense. If he's gonna go for face, he needs to commit to face. You gotta be decisive in Hearthstone. Alright, so this is looking okay here. Screwjank Clunker can actually buff this up, but I'm not sure that's the right play. So definitely I'm gonna do this. And now, what I could do is I could Death's Bite, which will deal me some damage, and then play the Armor Smith to pop the Whirlwind. I think that's really the best thing I've got going for me here. So the question is, do I kill the Dwarf? Well, if it's going to hit you anyway, you might as well kill it, so we hit it. 5 is alright. Well, actually, it's not really alright, because it's really 3, because this thing's alive because of my Korokron mistake. So he needs to deal 3 damage with one of these 2 cards and win. And that's entirely my bad if I lose, because this thing should have been dead, because I should have been an extra 4/1 on the table. So if he gets 3 damage, it's a totally fair loss, and that was just my bad. But if he can't deal 3 damage to me here, I don't have any removal. I have these minions, though. Well, I'm going to have to armor up and hope for the best. DD top deck. Top decking 3 damage. Yeah, he's got the kill. He wins. Because there's going to be 5 missiles that go on the face. So, yeah, that killed me even if this thing had been dead. So yeah, he got the Avenging Wrath and won, but that's my bad. I misplayed that Korokron turn really badly. Shoot. Could have beaten a Paladin, the worst matchup for this deck. Could have avoided going to 0-2. Warrior was the first class that I ever went 0-3 with. so it'll always hold a special place in my heart. I ended up not playing Warrior again for a long time. When I came back to it, I did awesome. It was my best class for a little while. Then it sort of trundled down to the middle of the pack. It was never as bad as Warlock and Rogue, but it was never the best. So here we are, fighting for dear life. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes. Up against Grumpy Kitten and the Mage. You know, seeing a Mage when you're at 0-2 is almost like a good thing, because you gotta figure if they're playing Mage, either their deck is terrible, or they're really bad at playing Hearthstone. Like, you know, if you see a Warlock in here, let's say, I'm not saying I'd rather see a Mage than a Warlock, but I'm just saying, you know, for consideration, the Warlock might be a good player who just got a bad draft. But the Mage, something really seriously definitely went wrong for her to be at 0-2. Or unless the game is pitting me against someone who's not really 0-2 and like is actually 1-1 or something, or like 1-2, then that could be a little scary. This is actually not a great opening hand. We got our King's Defender, and then a Yeti, but turn 2 is just looking real rough. Did not get a top deck for turn 2. That's not good. So I have to hope that everything she plays is 3 health. If she plays any 4 health bullshit, this is going to be rough. So is she going to play the coin here for a Spider Tank? No, she plays a Blue Warrior, which I'm pretty okay with. Not the most impressive thing to kill. I'd rather kill this with an Elven Archer or a Cruel Taskmaster, but alas, you can't always get what you want. So we do this. Now, you might say, Papa Boris, why not bash that thing? So you can play this next turn. But the thing is, I can play the Yeti next turn rather than the King's Defender. Rather than keep the King's Defender, so I don't see a need to set up for an for a Weaponsmith play. Shield Bearer is annoying. But does she have anything better? She actually forgot to ping my face. See, this is what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we'll just play the Yeti and try to use the Yeti to kill this. Let's see if she's got Flame Cannon or Fireball or Polymorph to kill this. Did I just get a notice that somebody became a level something Warlock? I didn't know they did those. It's kind of cool, I guess. So I can use the Yeti to kill the Shield Bearer, hopefully, and then smack something with the King's Defender and execute it. Or bash it for up to 6 damage. I could actually kill a Water Elemental here. That's not impressive. It dies to my Defender. And then she does remember to ping this time, but that was a pretty underwhelming turn 3 and turn 4. So I'm in pretty high spirits here. Alright, do I play this thing, which is a body and a smaller weapon, or this thing, which is a bigger weapon but no body? I'm going to play the body. So I don't need a big weapon because I have Execute. I can hit with Battle Axe and Execute to kill just about anything. Fallen Hero doesn't kill any of my things. Secret does not even allow her to use a ping. So this thing dies to my weapon. It's looking pretty strong for me here. Is this an Effigy, perhaps? It's Duplicate. I'd actually rather have seen Effigy in this particular case, because then I could have damaged one of my minions on it against the 2-drop and gotten a 2-card Battle Rage. So return away from Flame Strike. The Golem and the Yeti both survive a turn 7 Flame Strike anyhow. So it's looking pretty good. She's got 2 of those Fallen Heroes, so she could actually play them both and ping this, but I'm totally okay with that if she did. Did she seriously just Cone of Cold that? Okay. This person must be like on their iPad or something. Clearly that was a misclick, and they should have gone for the middle there. She plays a Secret. Okay. So is this some kind of like tech play where she's trying to get me to attack into her with a Harvest Golem? If so, I'm pretty okay with it. Ice Barrier. So, yeah, there's really no reason not to have this Golem be frozen. This... Oh, wait a minute. I have a 3-card Battle Rage here. Let's do that. Uh-huh. Alright, this is kind of like an old Inspire card. Kind of. Cause it's better, of course, because it doesn't just work off of your hero power, but any source of armor. I don't think I have any sources of armor in this deck, of course. Frost Bolt. Whittle that down. Alright. Let's hit her in the face with everything I got here. Wait a minute. I should gain armor. Am I going to be gaining armor this turn? I will be. Yes. So let's gain the extra attack here. Before I hit her in the face, I'm going to just do this. And lay out more crap. This is kind of a... this is kind of bad because I don't get both spiders. If she kills this first, I only get one spider. That's fine. It's still worth it to just throw it out there. Flame Strike doesn't do her a whole lot of good. I get a card from this. This respawns. This respawns. This gives me a spare part. She doesn't have a Flame Strike regardless. Fallen Hero number 1. She still has one more in the hand. She kills that. The Fleshing Ghoul becomes a 3/3. Becomes a 4/3. And Young Dragonhawk. Pals for life. Right in front of an Acolyte of Pain. Oh gosh, this is great. Okay, well, let's just do what we need to do here. Bonk. Abusive Sergeant. Can I win? Hang on a second. 6, 8, 10, 11. This has got to be the win, right? Bash works nicely with that Siege Engine. Didn't even need the Arcanite Reaper, and well played. Okay, that was... Got away with one there. Got away with one. That was just a freebie. Haven't played anyone that bad in a while. Sorry, Grumpykin, I don't mean to, you know, insult you personally or anything. It's just... You're still learning the ropes, and that's fine. We were all there at one point. So we're not going to go down to 0. The question is, am I going to go down below 3? Definitely, if I lost the next game or the one after it, I'd put Warrior on the back burner. This deck has not been particularly enjoyable to play. And the sad thing is, it's like, granted I might have misdrafted some things, but it's got a top-tier legendary. It's got lots of weapons, which is the thing everybody complains about with Warrior, is not getting enough weapons. It's got, you know, good cards. Really has no excuse being this bad. We're up against Kawabunji. Maybe I was a bit greedy with these Death's Bites. Maybe. I don't know. Let's mulligan them away and hope I get my 2 drops. Such as I have. Oh, Moocless Champion. Seeing that. It's weird how with Inspire, like, how one card can be so good for one class to the point of it being a bomb and just be like total trash heap. Never want to look at it for another class. I don't think I ever was offered any dragons, was I? No fairy dragons, no dragonkin sorcerers, never saw Azure Drakes, Twilight Drakes. Never really saw any dragons here. It's just a 2/3, unfortunately. Because it could be cool if it was a 3/3 with charge on turn 2. Makes you almost want to play Dragon Warrior. Alright, this third turn's awkward. I have a, you know, a semi-big spike at 3. 3 is my most common mana cost after 4. I'd hate to armor up on this turn. Oh, he's playing a 3-drop. Fuck me. Silverhand Regent. Ugh. So he can run into my 2/3, heal it, and get a 1/1. God, you know, fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta do the least bad thing, because there is no good thing. If that had been a 3/2, it would have been a totally different story. He wouldn't have pointed out, obviously, in that case. But I just gotta hope that this Yeti does the job. Can't be shadow worded. Hard for Priest to kill on turn 4 if that's exactly when it drops. It can be killed with, like, you know, 3/2 plus a Dark Iron Dwarf bullshit, but that's just what I have to hope for. I gotta live till turn 10 and not be horrifically behind. This is a decent play on turn 5. I could also play this. 4 3s for 5 are not good, but for priests who can't deal 4 damage, or 4 attack minions, or deal 3 damage very easily, it might be okay. Now this sucks. This Voodoo Doctor is really annoying. I'm actually going to delay my Yeti because I've really got to keep control of the board. If I just chonked a Yeti down and he had like an extra damage, he could have easily killed the Yeti. This... If he has an extra damage, he gets to kill this thing, but this isn't as valuable as my Yeti. I've got to count on my Yeti to take me all the way to the distance. Got 6 turns to go. Oh, fuck you! Got 6 turns to go, and this Yeti's going to have to, you know, be a large part of getting me there. Alright, so we play the Yeti now. Kill that thing before it can get healed. So I got a 4/5 versus a 3/2. No Dark Iron Dwarves, please. Dwarves need not apply. 5 drops could be bad. He could play Sludge Belcher. Fen Creeper would be annoying. Lots of bad shit could happen here. This can be like a really expensive Shattered Sun Cleric, I suppose. If it needs to be. The Yeti's good here. It kills us even through a Power Word Shield. But there are cards he could have that would really make me sweat bullets. Alright, does he have a dragon? He does. But that's okay, the Yeti still kills it. Does he have a dragon for that? Aha, that he doesn't. Let's thank him for the heal. Always got to be polite, folks. Do I play the King's Defender? It really makes no sense to play the King's Defender because, I mean, it doesn't let me do anything else with my mana anyway, so I might as well just go for the Death's Bite here. We kill that, take less damage on the creature, we kill that. He has a 2-1 versus a 4-3. Needs an extra point of damage, which he might have, because he needed 2 extra points of damage to kill the Yeti when the Shattered Sun Cleric was out. Now he needs just 1, so he might have that. But if this thing doesn't do some good, it is going to die to the Death's Bite. Ah, there's the extra point of damage. Alright, he got it. Now let's make sure I play my minions after triggering Death's Bite this turn. Hey, how about that, folks, huh? Huh? Okay, so let's see if I can get a playable minion that isn't Mukla's Champion. I do, but it's not really. Okay, so we're going to actually play this thing, and tragically, it's just wasted. The Inspired doesn't do anything. The thing is, for Priest, it's still difficult to kill a 4-3. He's got to bring out something big like a Holy Fire, you know, something crazy. So I could play Hobgoblin and then armor up, and then I'm playing kind of like a Spider tank, so it's sort of okay. Nightblade isn't very good. That's good to see. I'm obviously not going to throw Mukla's Champion at it. I will Arcanite Reaper that thing. Or Death's Bite. What is the better one? The Death's Bite could be useful, but the Death's Bite is mainly useful for being able to deal 5 damage, which this does by default. So let's just do this. I'm going to play the Hobgoblin. I don't care about that Hobgoblin synergy in the slightest. I'm not going to wait for my Elven Archer. I just need to get a creature on the table. And I'm actually in a decent position here to play a War Golem on turn 10 and draw 3 cards. And if any of them come out onto the table, so be it. Even if it's a crappy minion and the battle cry is wasted, it's still an extra card that I got on the table. It's still obviously really good. Alright, Crusher has exactly enough to trigger. So, geez, this isn't good. 4, 6, 7 damage. Alright, here's what we do. Elven Archer. Shoot that, of course. I actually do get the Hobgoblin synergy. And then we armor up to buff the Hobgoblin and the Archer before Mukla's Champion dies. And let's take stock of the situation here. Hobgoblin plus Arcanite does kill this thing. So I gotta go for it. 8 health's a little low. Don't you get me wrong, but it's a little difficult for a Priest to burn me out. I mean, he could do like a friggin' Argent Commander and Mind Blast. I mean, it's possible. Or he could play another 9/9. Mass Dispel is really annoying, actually, because they were buffed, and this thing was going to keep buffing shit. That really sucks. God. Holy smite. Luckily, it didn't hit my face, at least. Alright, Abusive Sergeant, not a bad top deck. The question is, can I afford to get greedy and play Varian? Sucks that this thing isn't about to explode. I could explode it by playing King's Defender after running Mukla's Champion in. That way I don't get hit in the face. I could Abusive Sergeant, swing, hit face. I just gotta play this. Don't have a choice. And maybe I'll get something useful, like a Raid Leader, for example, is still in here. Golem. Could have been a Force Tank Max. Alright, well this is kind of like that game against the Paladin. I need to not get hit for 5 damage. Now, the Paladin only has to deal 3 damage. The healer has to deal 5. But he's got Holy Fire in his arsenal, which could kill me right now. Shadow Word Death is totally fine. As long as I'm not dying, I'm okay. Shadow Word... Wow, he had 2 Shadow Word Deaths. Does he have like a Shadow Word Pain? Yes, he had all the Shadow Words. Okay. So the Death's Bite's going to wreck my Golem. And now I've got a 2-1 and a 2-1 on the table that are both going to die to my weapon. It's a little bit awkward. Don't get me wrong. The good news is with that Raid Leader, I do have a decent amount of damage. I got 6 damage here. 7 health, I should be okay. I can kill just about any big minion. I can always go... Well, I can't always go. If it's a taunt, I cannot just go face. So, let's think about this. I could hit this with my face and then my guys die. So there's really no point in hitting this with my face because if these guys are going to die regardless, I might as well just throw him at the heckler. And now I'm actually going to start a concerted effort to hit him in the face with all these weapons. Because this is 8 damage, this is another 6, it's like 14 damage. Granted, he heals every turn. But this, let's say it counteracts his heal. So I feel like, you know, I gotta start punching him. Do I have any more minions in here? I've got like a Cult Master. Oh god, that just hurts to think about. I've got a Siege Engine, that's good. And he got something that he can't use, maybe like another Shadow Word Death. Hard to say. Raid Leader ends up being pretty solid. It is gonna die to my weapon popping. But I'm threatening lethal right here, so if this is a Shadow Word Death, oh, it's gonna kill my Korkron. Shoot. If it's a mind control, he could actually steal the Korkron and then kill the raid leader, but then I hit him in the face and the death rattle kills off the Korkron. This is very unhelpful, and that is very unhelpful also. I wonder why I didn't play one of these the last turn. That's probably a mistake. I didn't see which one came from which hand. But if he had played one last turn, he might have been able to stop me. Alright, we got one. So we're at 2-2. We're fighting for the Grand Tournament gold. The timestamp does not reveal whether I won or lost this game. You are totally in suspense. Let's see what we can make of this warrior deck. So now I'm at 2-2. A Paladin or a Mage would be kind of scary here because they probably don't have a top tier deck or top tier skills if they're 2-2, but they could definitely have a good enough deck to beat this one. And it's a rogue. Supposedly the second best class after Paladin now, although I don't really understand why. We'll find out at some point. And praise be to Jesus, I actually have a really good curve here. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, or I can switch these depending on the circumstances. If the opponent plays a bunch of 1-1s, you throw out your Acolyte. If they play like a 3-2, you go for the Golem. Please pass, please pass, please pass. If she passes here, this is really nice, so I get the Clockwork Golem down. And if she daggers to kill it, as she probably would, I can just coin into an Acolyte and, you know, feel pretty good. Now, the coining into the Acolyte's risky because, of course, most 3-drops will kill this. But my thinking is, you know, I'd rather play the Acolyte and save maybe the Golem on turn 3 for the potential to grab a Screwjank and make this into a mechanical Yeti of sorts. Well, like a piloted Yeti is what this would be called, I guess. Versus if I play it now, it's likely to just end up dying. This ends up being pretty good, kind of. So I can actually reversing switch my Acolyte and kill this bear and go up a card. The problem is that I'm not playing this Golem, so I'm going to have to go for this combo later. If I play the Golem now, though, it's not going to survive. The opponent will kill it with the bear and then dagger it, most likely. Well, would it? So that's the question. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Nothing matters. I got a good 2-drop. So we reversing switch. Clockwork Gnome gave me the goods that time. And I play the... So I'm not really up a card because I ended up using the Clockwork Gnome and what it gave me to kill the bear. So it's like the Clockwork Gnome sort of traded for the bear while the Acolyte cycled a card. But this is a really good thing to follow up on. She does get to kill it if she wants to. Ooh, that's a big joust. Ah, and I know she has a really good card and she got a 2-3. That's not good. It's really unfortunate. So, can I play the Yeti here? What am I talking about? Of course I can play the Yeti here. These 2 spiders kill her 3-2. There's really no point holding on to this Golem, playing this Golem out. So yeah, it's just, well, hang on. Do I want to play the Death's Bite and and just clear her board completely? No, I'd rather have a Yeti than the Death's Bite. Because the Yeti kills this, and it's still out there, much like the Truth. Here, you know, on turn 5, I can just play this, waste the Battle Cry, of course. And maybe she wouldn't have thrown out this Cobra if she'd known I was holding on to a Death's Bite. So it kind of sucks I just play a Death's Bite here. It's tempting to kill this, play the Golem, and Battle Rage for 2 cards. But I really feel like clearing the board of this Cobra is just strong, because now the Death's Bite was used profitably. It's ready to deal 5 damage to something. And, it's getting to the point where I could actually wait till turn 7 to play these together. Like, I could waste the Battle Cry of this one on turn 6, and then I could play these together on turn 7 for a 4-5 and a 2-5, which is pretty strong. Hobgoblin, I got an Elven Archer here. It's pretty much all that I can buff with this. Oh, and an Acolyte, which has already seen play. She goes Deadly Poison, but, oh my god! I guess that's why she used Deadly Poison. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait. Why not just play this and then put Deadly Poison on this? This person's stone cold messed up. They should have played this, put Deadly Poison on it, hit me, and then had a 3-2 left over. I think that's just an error. Okay. So do I play the 5-5 or do I play the 5-4? So the 5-4 is tempting because it lets me maybe use this Battle Cry later. I'm going to be dropping 2 mechs next turn. The 5-5 is tempting because a good option now is better than the best option later. And a 5-5 is better than a 5-4. It doesn't die to Eviscerate. I think a good option now is better than the best option later. I use more of my mana. I put out a more healthy creature. Yeah, and she would have had a 3-2 here. She could have used her hero ability to hit for 4. Or Golem. I don't have my execute here. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I can actually buff this thing. Well, I'm glad I did that. So we just play the Screwjank Clunker. Make my own War Golem, bitch. And then we play the Harvest Golem. She didn't actually buff this last time because she played the War Golem. This is actually looking good. Worst card in Hearthstone. Oh god. So the person drafted it and misused it. Now I can't blame him for drafting it. What if it was like Hungry Crab and, you know, Clockwork Giant or something? I guess maybe Clockwork Giant. Is there another really bad epic besides this? Maybe they took it over Preparation. So she's got a Stormforged Axe now. Congratulations. That's really good of you. Actually, we got a pretty cool move I could make here. Why don't we kill that? Hit her in the face. Play this. And then replay it. Normally this isn't the kind of thing I would do. But here, I've got the card lead. Might as well get extra value out of all my stuff. I could have also, you know, triggered this and used Battle Rage. There's that Argent Commander. Luckily, though, Golem's a pretty good card. It will finish this thing off. Siege Engine. Alright, so we kill that there. I could do Battle Rage shenanigans, but nah. Let's just hit her in the face. She really can't use this anymore because she's so close to death. We got Varian coming down. Oh, this card is so bad. It just doesn't work. In Arena or anywhere. But she did misuse it, to be fair. It would have had 1 less durability, but it would have had 2 more attack, which could have been significant. Alright, well played then. There's nothing to do here except kill her. I could go really ultra bad manners by Battle Raging. But, let's not do that. There's no need to be a douche. I have a daily quest for 2 and under, so I didn't have anything to play. Well played. Okay, great. So we made it up to 3 wins after losing the first 2 games of the run. 1, admittedly, to my misplays. I guess this class hasn't been shelved yet. 3 wins is alright. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And I will, of course, have more to play in a possibly very short video soon. Take care, everybody.